Nigga, we ain't gotta be nice. Nigga, we ain't gotta sell drugs. Nigga, we really rock right, nigga. Nigga, we truly godlike, nigga. Nigga, we been building space stations. Nigga, we are the United Nations. Nigga, the globe is too small, nigga. Niggas will always run y'all, nigga. Nigga, we are worth support, nigga. Nigga, we really are important, nigga. Peace, black people, we are important, we are worth supporting. You tuned into the Elevation Sessions powered by my book, 200 Years from Niggas to Gods, a guide to becoming a mature nation. This session is also delving into chapter 1, the construction of self. And that's where all the transformation begins. So before we try to fix the world, we got to try to rebuild ourselves and look at the person in the mirror. And today our guest lives in that truth. This is Onaz, is a brother I've been building with for years. He's a rapper, actor, author of the book Black to Golden. You know what I mean? And I knew he'd show up with deep insight with honest lenses. He always challenges the very language we use to describe ourselves, pushing us to rise beyond labels and into divine identity. And that's exactly what this chapter is about, shifting from program to powerful. So thank you, Onaji, for showing up today. Good to see you. How you doing?
Man, as mentioned, I'm happy, I'm blessed, I'm healthy. I'm keeping life interesting, bro, and I'm managing the challenges as best I can.
We'll just get into with language and programming. We'll just start there, and I'll try to, I'll start by just asking you, when I sent you the book and you seen the title, what was your first reaction to the title, and how did that hit, and how did that quote hit you, even though I'm knowing some of your background on that specific language? So that's why I'm asking you that, since I know you kind of.
For sure. So yeah, when I first saw the title, it jumped out at me because, as I mentioned to you, I also wrote a book entitled with the same title, but it was just a chapter. I was gonna name the whole book that same title, Niggas to Gods, but I just turned it into a chapter to, I guess, to make it a little more palatable to a wider audience. But
yes, sir.
But it just shows that you and I, we on the same wavelength. You know, we thinking on the same path, and that's a great thing. So yeah, man.
I enjoyed it too. I did read your book, you know what I mean, and I enjoyed that as well. You know, about like I said, about reclaiming identity, about, you know, getting in more kind of with the names, you know, making sure that we call ourselves the right things. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And so, you know, you do talk a lot about self-naming and redefining identity. How has language shaped or limited your transformation?
Well, I would say language is very important. It's catapulted my transformation. I wrote an album called Rich Consciousness, and that whole album is inspired by wordplay, language, using words, power, you know, words that manifest where I want to be in life. So I basically had to adopt or inherit a whole new vocabulary in order to speak to myself, to speak to my height, to where I wanted to, where I want to go, where I'm going, what I'm manifesting. Right. You know, laws of attraction, and I've always been very intrigued by words and wordplay and where words come from and the etymology of words. I think words have a lot of power to put to them, and so I'm always intrigued in wordplay. You know, but it continues to transform me.
Yeah. So do you do a lot of reading with that? How do you, you know, with your wordplay, how do you gain more wordplay? Is that through reading? Is that through writing? Is that through how do you get it?
You just said it, bro. Reading, writing, the more words you expose yourself to. I just try to expose myself to a lot of different words. I try to read different subjects, different types of topics. I'll read the paper. I read the online. I'm talking about the paper, but catch a lot of words from news and from different news outlets. They tend to use a lot of interesting words. So
Do you do you
Go
do you
ahead.
keep a dictionary handy? I'm sorry to cut you off. Do you keep a dictionary handy? I'm just thinking, if you're going over a lot of words, I mean, it has to be some that maybe I mean, that you don't understand or don't know, and we have to look that up. How do you handle that part?
I keep a dictionary right by my bed,
Yes,
literally.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, I keep a dictionary on hand, and of course, I have my handy phone that can look up any word, with the
Right,
click of a button. So yeah, I keep a dictionary on hand. Any word, if I come across a word I'm not familiar with, I look it up immediately. I like to know not just the definition, but like the etymology. Like I was saying, where did the word come from? So, a lot of our words come from Greek words or Latin words, and it's just really interesting. I like to see how you break a word down to like the very basic meaning of it. You know what I'm saying? And
right,
it
right,
makes it easier for me to retain. But
right.
yeah, I
That sounds like
actually
a spelling bee master.
ah, you look Aquila in the B, huh? Onaji in the B. No, like I said, man, I'm just fascinated with words. I have a go-to book. It's called Verbal Advantage. If you get a chance, if you really interested in it, it's a book
I
called
am.
Verbal Advantage, and it has like it basically says that if you read this book, you'll be in the top 5% of the highest earners. Basically, that's another thing is that earners, on the financial level, they tend to have a broader vocabulary, so
Correct.
that's also inspiring for me, so that's also,
Yeah.
you know,
No, no, I definitely get that. I mean, I keep handy. I got my right here. You know what I mean? Which is that Webster. You know
there
what
you
I mean?
go.
This got all, man. It got, man,
That's a good
words
one.
on words on words.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Mine is not even that. Mine is just like a smaller, like a little, almost a little bigger than the pocket size. So you got a whole bunch of, you got,
That's an encyclopedia of dictionaries. It got a lot of dictionaries in it. So it got the regular dictionary in it. It has a meta dictionary in it. It has a
huh,
rhyming dictionary. I definitely understand what you mean about getting into books and reading it. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't taken it that far yet. When you were talking about where did the word come from, that just reminded me of a spelling bee. One of the questions they ask, because I do study some things, everybody asks, well, what's the root word? And they have to say it's Latin or wherever it's
mhm,
from, so that they can help
yeah,
understand them spell it a little bit more.
right, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So yeah, no, I definitely get that. And so yeah, right on, man. So I want to kind of get now into kind of the constructing of self through reflection. And so, like, I have a quote in the book that says, self mastery demands deep introspection, a willingness to question our beliefs, desires, and the very foundation of our lives. So, I just
yeah.
wanted to know when was that moment you had to stop and ask yourself, who told me this was the truth, and what did you have to unlearn to get free?
Wow. Well, I think I'm an inquisitive brother. I'm an
Hmm.
inquisitive guy. I've always been that way. Um, it's kind of just in my nature to question things that
Hmm.
I'm a truth seeker. Or a truth hunter. I like to call a hunter because I hunt for truth. And if something doesn't sit right with me, then I want to know why. I want to know what the origins of it, what the origins of it is, and why it doesn't sit right, and are there any solutions? So,
Hmm.
to answer your question, I mean, like I said, it's just in me to want to know truth, to look for truth. So
Hmm.
that has always been the spark and the inspiration for me to just dig deeper. You know, um,
Just keep getting. So that's what I'm saying. Was there anything that you had to
mhm.
unlearn to like really, set your mind free, so to speak?
Absolutely. I would say the scarcity mindset. that comes to mind, to never say the word can't, C-A-N-T, but always ask, you know, if you how can you afford something? Not I can't afford, but if you can't, you know, you say, how can I afford it? Or you know, always coming from a place of abundance versus a place of scarcity. So I had to change my views on that. I had to speak. I had to speak in positive. I had to speak in positive terms versus, you know, oh, I can't do this, or you know, I'm not good enough, or, you know, that's not for me. So, and I mean, it's a practice, you know. I catch myself still, you know, maybe speaking in a negative way, but yeah, it's little, it's in the details. Like I said, devil's in the details. So it's like it's just those little words that you use that change your, you know, perspective on things. So it's ongoing, bro. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So how do you stay grounded in who you really are? You know, especially when, you know, the whole world is constantly trying to tell you who you are. How do you stay grounded?
You know, I'm comfortable with who I am, man, I know that I'm unique for a reason. You know, I'm not, you know, I guess I embrace my gifts and my talents so much that it's like, you know, there's no need for me to, you know, look to other people to be like, you know, and then
Yes, sir.
I have this saying, and it's been recurring in my head. It's like, you know, who you know, for instance, you want to be somebody else, but that place they're already taken. You know, you may be looking at somebody and say, you know, I want to be
already there.
They're already there. Like, you know, they're already taken. So
look at yourself right now. Who are you? More importantly, who do you want to be? Every day you make choices. Every day you move. But are you really living or just existing? You were never meant to be stuck. You were never meant to just survive. You were built to build, to lead, to master. Enough. The difference between staying the same and leveling up is one decision. One moment when you say, no more. I refuse to stay here. 200 years from niggas to gods. The transformation starts now.
It's like, you know, I mean, I would try to be like somebody else, but that place is already taken. So we don't need another such and such. So whoever. We need individuals to be their original selves. And so when, you know, how do I stay grounded? You know, you just do it. You just do it. I think, but just embracing your own gifts. I think the more you embrace your own gifts, the less you'll want to go out and try to take someone else's, be somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, because like I said, you know, living in your own truth is the biggest thing ever, man. You know what I mean? 100% be you, unapologetically be you, and let the world accept who you are or not. You know what I mean? And you're not for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we're gonna get into kind of like deprogramming and rebuilding now, because you know, it's kind of like, you know, the have to destroy to build.
Right.
And so I got a quote in the book that say, you know, just as past decisions shaped our presence, the choices we make today will carve the path to our future. So I want to know, you know, from you, you know, what choices did you have to make to step away from that old you? I mean, I did read your book, and I know there was a part that you talked about. There was some life events that went on in your life that wasn't necessarily favorable. So I'm just, how did you step away from that? And what choices did you have to make to step away from that?
Well, the one that comes to mind is drinking, is over drinking. And I don't know, you go through, I don't know, I think it's different for different people. But for
Yes,
me,
sir.
yeah, but for me, it's the old saying, you do the same thing expecting different results. So
Insanity, what they call that.
insanity, exactly. So I think when I became aware of that, and I lost some relationships, I lost a lot of money, I lost some opportunities, so
Right.
You have to kind of go through it to get to it, man. I mean, I wish I could, just give a person a easy way, but there is no easy way. I had to just go through it and until I got it. I had to go
Right.
till I got it. Yeah. Yeah. So I had to rid myself of negative self-talk. I had to rid myself of substance abuse and replace it, because you can't just get rid of it. You have to replace it with something else that's going to fill that void,
Correct.
so yeah, so I have my alternatives now, how I do my thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So then now, here we go. What does rebuilding from a golden mindset or to that golden mindset look like day to day for you and our people? Like how do we rebuild and get to golden?
Well, I think I would be careful to say that we need to rebuild from something. I would rather say we already have it in us. It's already in us. So it's tapping into what's already
Okay.
there. You know what I'm saying? It's tapping into what's already there. So I mean, and it's gonna look different for everyone. For me, it's meditation every morning. It's just yoga. It's reading, writing, journaling, movement, exercise, self-care. That's what it is for me. That's how I what you say stay golden. That's how I feel like I stay golden. I just stay tapped into the things that speak to me. But that's me.
Right.
So everyone else, I can't speak for everyone else, but that's how I manage to stay on a positive mindset and stay golden, like you said. I like that, because never gold is always stays valuable. It doesn't lose its value. That's why
No.
I like that word.
Yeah, golden. I mean, like I said, I got it. I got it from your book, man. Like I say, going from black to golden.
Yeah, that's it.
I like it. You know what I mean? Like I say, just reclaiming our whole identity and using words to empower us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
yeah. So then the last question I'd like to ask you then is, what was your overall take of the book? How did you feel about the book? How did you feel your homie did on the book?
Man, well, first of all, I want to applaud you just for writing the book and putting it out and challenging our people and challenging just the broader society to think differently. So I support that kind of whichever way that comes from.
Right
And
on. Thank you.
yeah, no doubt. And I think it has a lot of jewels in it, man. I think it has a lot of jewels in it. And I think it's gonna really impact the people who need to hear certain things. Even me. It's always good to hear positive things reaffirmed or said, in various different ways. Even those
Yeah.
some things I'm aware of. You know, it was some things I'm aware of, but even still, like I never get really tired of hearing good things and like
Right.
hearing things that are uplifting. So I was all for that, man. So yeah, man. I think it's gonna resonate with different people differently, depending on where they are consciously. I think it really comes down to where a person's consciousness is. but
Correct.
but I think it's gonna definitely touch a lot of people, man. I think it's a powerful book, and but I definitely think that I like I love books and everything, but I definitely think the real work is on the ground.
Correct.
It's in the community. It's face to face, hand to hand interaction. So I think that, but I think this could be a catalyst for that type of energy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So yeah, this we're gonna. I mean, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you too long. This is a short little something. So
Yeah.
this was just about the construction itself, to identify that the construction itself is more than just about identity, as you're talking about. It's about intention, like you're talking about. It's about setting that false narrative and reprogramming our minds to reflect the truth of who we are. So I want to shout out to Onaji for showing us what it means to walk the path and keep on rising. So if you're feeling this, tap into the collector's edition and get the 200 years from niggas to God, the guide to becoming a mature nation, where you get the full ebook, the audio book, the exclusive track, and original artwork that speaks to our transformation. So peace, Black people, we are important. We are worth supporting. These are the elevation sessions. I'll see you next time. Right on, Naj. You got anything to say? You got anything to promote? You want to talk about anything real quick before we get out of here?
Oh man, yeah, well, I'm putting out some new music this year. So I'm working on a song called Motivation.
Yes, sir.
And it's for anyone who's ever doubted their cause, doubted their purpose, their mission in life, like me. And it's called Motivation, and it's encouraging people to just stay motivated. And
Is it out already?
It's not no, it's done. The song is done, but I'm just putting together the finishing touches on it. But
Okay. Can we find, so where we'll be able to find your music?
I'm all over the digital platforms. You go to Spotify, Onaji, Prosper. I don't know if they can see my name on the.
Yeah, I got it down there.
Okay, yeah. So you get type that in. I'm all over the map, and you can find me, man.
You're not hard to find. You're real easy to get at. You know
I'm real easy to get at. You know what I'm saying, man? So holla at me. I'm on IG here and there. Onaji Prosper. So or hit me up on my email if you want to really connect. Onaji@rocketmail.com. We could. I'm always looking for people to build with and creative endeavors, whatever. So I'm easy to find. Whatever. It's all good. Holla at me.
You got it, man. Right on, man. Hey, thanks for being on the show, man. I really appreciate your time, man. Thanks a bunch.